What up, Bushwick? What up, Brooklyn? What up, Bushwick? What up, Brooklyn? Pookie, what's good, baby?
It's a new week, y'all.
Just in case y'all didn't know.
It's a new week.
Price went up.
Yeah, facts.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. We can run that back one more time.
Price went up.
Facts. Price went up. First of all, let's just clap it up one more time.
For the new setup. The new backdrop.
New setup. New backdrop. New setup.
Looking good.
New setup.
Looking good. We looking like we on the skateboard.
Trying some new things.
Let's talk about that Scottie Pippen shirt you got on. That's
fire.
Thank
you, sir. Thank
My
you.
man.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
Fire.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Little
DJ Frank White's
little creativity when you're bored.
Yeah,
when you're bored.
That's very nice.
The original basketball card is an Upper Deck card. But if you remember in the 90s, Upper Deck would have this thing with like metallic or like
it was like
hologram.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find like a clean image of it. So I had to recreate the basketball card using like the Fleer throwback 90s.
You don't gotta rub it in, okay? Braggadocious, you killed it. You
Listen,
gotta get
man,
into the whole logistics.
Hey, I'm trying to educate the people on how we break shit down. Sometimes you can be creative, man.
I'm definitely a hater. I'm a hater.
It's not even all that.
I can't help
it. Yours is coming in
That's
the mail.
right. That's
Yours
right.
is coming in the mail. I got you.
That's right.
I got you. Yours coming in the mail. I already know.
Don't worry about it. I got my coronavirus. shirt.
Forget about the coronavirus shirt. Let's talk about that locks.
In case
You want to talk about dope shirts? That is a dope shirt right there. Little Jada with the locks hat,
I still keep my Jada
the Timbs.
You know what I'm saying? This actually how I was pretty much dressed 2 weeks ago.
Now the creativity on that is unreal because that was available
Immediately after. But
Immediately
it took 2 weeks to come. Like, I wanted to wear this for the podcast.
Bro,
but then,
they got the whole fit.
They got the whole fit.
So I'm like,
and they got a mask.
were they working on it while the verses was happening?
They got the Jason mask from the Jason versus Freddy Fab shit.
Bro, they had they were in Build-A-Bear while they were on.
All right, so let me shout them out. You know, it's called Dirt Label.
Dirt Label.
Dirt. DIRTLABEL. They make a bunch of teddy bears. They replicate like they have
like the polo
bear. Yeah, like they got Dipset. They got a bunch of them.
So as somebody who's hijacked the polo bear myself, I could appreciate that.
So when I saw this, it was like they had it like, and then they said they very limited. So I jumped on it immediately.
Yeah,
I went in there yesterday. They got all the colors now.
That's always how they get everybody.
Like,
very limited.
Very
limited run. It sounds like Nike, right? Very limited.
If you feel the shirt, it's good quality. I didn't spend a lot of money on it. So
no. That's the one thing I'll say. Like a solid T-shirt with a dope design should be no more than $25-$30.
Yeah.
What happens is some people will go above and beyond with the type of T-shirt that
I
use.
paid like $40 with shipping.
Yeah, with the shipping. Yeah, which is normal. They gotta make their money, which is that's pretty standard. Even if they use media mail, it's like that's still a dope. For me, that shirt is worth it.
Yeah, just wearing it, feeling the. I would buy something else from there. Yeah. That's why I even brought it up. Whatever.
Nah, they did an excellent job.
But
they did a dope job.
The reason I'm wearing the shirt, Jada fan. You know, people get amnesia. If you didn't know, there was a massacre / homicide 2 weeks ago in Versus.
Oh no, I'm sure everyone knows by now.
We're gonna keep that alive.
Thank you for the love. We glad that you like the new look. We trying to freshen things up a little bit here and there.
Yeah, play with different things.
Yep. Ayo. We'll hit pause on that for a second. Hold on.
Wow.
Josh talking about playing with different things over there.
Yeah, I wild out. All right, let's get into it. How was your week, bro? How was your week of more vacation?
So, it's good, but I was productive. I mean,
Yeah, you got busy. You did
I
this.
was productive.
Yeah. Clap it up for him.
Yeah, I
Not
was
to
productive,
mention,
man.
Not to mention, in about a week or two, we're gonna be previewing the what is it, the third or the fourth annual Fat Boy? The third annual Fat Boy Barbecue.
Yep.
We're gonna be showing the T-shirts that should be available. Hopefully, I'll have it on next week.
No, they will not be available.
No,
please
don't
make
no. Very limited.
No.
If you
no,
actually,
Josh,
they won't be available. I take it back.
I'm
trying to make you some money.
I'll put it to you like this: if you didn't get a shirt at the first or second one,
You're done.
You're done. You're done, kid. All right. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It gets out of hand. It's just too much.
You gotta relax.
That's what I just told me.
Yeah, exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, like I was gonna talk to Diana. Like I thought the design came out so good that like they should do something with it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to Diana and see how she wants to handle it. If she wants to handle it, no problem. I mean, I already made the design available to those that need to have it available.
Well, either way, we're gonna.
Facts.
I'll show the shirt. I'm probably gonna wear it either this next show or the other show after that.
No problem sharing the graphic.
Yeah,
I just don't want the responsibility on me.
So
right now.
you'll email it?
Yeah, I will email the graphic.
All right,
if anybody asks, you can ask Josh. You can ask me.
Yeah,
I will email the graphic. No problem.
But either way, we're having the barbecue.
Yes.
Saturday, September 4th.
Saturday, September 4th, 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Don't be that person that shows up there early unless you're trying to help me move shit. So yeah.
And if you show up, man, bring
just
something.
help. Bring something. Yeah,
bring
for real.
Bring up some bread, dogs, soda, beer, something.
Pack of water, something, anything.
Please
bro.
don't come empty-handed. This is for Fat Boy.
Yes. Yes.
All right. How was you? Besides that, obviously you've been productive with this week. I have to tell you the story that happened to me. Actually, I did tell you the story about off air. So, and I don't want to get in trouble for this because I'm still working for the agency and stuff like that. But Sunday I didn't sleep well, right? So I didn't sleep well. My head was hurting all night. I had a really pounding headache.
Did it have anything to do with the Mets?
Oh, we gonna get into that.
Okay, no. I just wanted to ask.
I'm surprised my knuckles had. Anybody that knows me knows in the summertime I usually break my hands from punching things. I'm surprised I haven't been done.
Don't do that.
I'm not, but I've grown up because I'm ready to punch everything on this planet. But we'll get into that in a second. Let me finish my story before you start getting my heart broken and me start cursing and raising up the volume on here. So yeah, I on Monday I had a really bad headache. I mean, Sunday I went to sleep late, not late, but I had a headache. I woke up Monday. I'm talking to my girl. I'm like, babe, my head is. I had a pounding headache. I'm not feeling good. I feel fucking terrible. Like my head, I'm having these headaches. Now I don't know what you could attribute it from, but I didn't sleep. So when you don't sleep, you feel sore the next day.
Yeah.
So
your body crashes. Almost.
So me trying to be the good employee, right, the good manager that I am, I text my boss. I'm like, listen, I'm having a headache. My body feels a little achy. What do you want me to do? Like, I wasn't saying I was calling out.
Yeah, but the two things together. Okay, now, so the way you say it now, I understand.
All right, so hold on.
Yeah.
So she says call Employees Health, which is who clears you or whatever. So I call Employees Health, and they tell me I speak to someone that has a little accent.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that. So she has a little accent.
Yeah, let's leave it there. We don't want to get canceled.
I'm trying to. No, I don't want to get fired. But they think I'm thinking something that I am, but I'm not. So I start speaking to her, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't really sleep, and I think that's why I didn't sleep. And were you having aches yesterday? I said no, I wasn't having any pains yesterday. I just got the headache. That's why I couldn't sleep. And then I woke up sore because I didn't sleep. I slept on the wrong side. And immediately she's like, okay, those are symptoms for COVID. I was like, no, but ma'am, I'm good. I just think I need a rest. And I was actually calling. I spoke to someone else to tell them I probably need a rest day. And she's like, no, it's symptomatic. And I'm like, miss, but I haven't been exposed. I'm vaccinated. My children are negative because they took a test 2 weeks ago. I took a test a week prior. So I know I'm not around anything. I go from work to home. I'm not really. So I'm not. Unless, you gave it to me or something, because it's the only place I come to.
Hey.
All jokes aside.
Wow.
Hold on, man. Come on.
All jokes aside. So she says, no, you have to be on quarantine. So I'm like, how long is quarantine? She says 10 to 14 days. And I'm like, what? No. She's like, all right, listen. And
she's trying to MLB you.
And listen, I don't want to do a Jack Morris, who was recently suspended for doing accents. So I'm not going to do the accent. But similar to what that man did, that's how it sounded. And she said, all right, take a COVID test on Wednesday.
Say COVID now?
I'm not that used.
Okay.
I get it. I'm still on my job. I don't
All
lose my job, bro. So I'm like, all right, then I guess I got to take 4 days on the chin. Now, in my job, unless you're positive,
Yeah.
you cannot, they don't pay you. You have to use your time. So you have sick time, vacation time. If you don't have any in the bank, then you're screwed. You don't get
Which
paid.
is the case with most jobs, but I still say.
Well, let me finish the story.
Yeah. I still
You
think that's
already know
wrong.
the story. I'm just for who watching it. So then Tuesday she calls. She's like, "How are you feeling?" I said, "I'm 100% better. I don't feel anything. The headache is gone. I got some rest.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to come back today." "Oh no, you can't. You're on quarantine." I'm like, "But I'm not. No. Tomorrow take the test." So Wednesday I wake up early. I go and I take the test. She calls me again. I'm good. I told you I was good yesterday.
Yeah.
When I come back, she's like, all right, well, let's see what happens with your results. So Thursday, I'm home. It's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not working today. So around 12:30, someone else calls me. He says, hey, Josh, how you feeling? I'm like, yeah, well, I'm good. And she's like, yeah, I said, I took an exam. She goes, do you give me the permission to look at your chart? I said, yeah, look at it. Go ahead. I want you to see my history. Because I've taken multiple negative tests. I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
So she looks at and she goes, okay, yeah, you're negative. I said, okay, I'm ready to come back. She's like, no, you're out to the 25th.
Get the come on, bro. Yeah.
Bruh.
I'm like, are you serious? So then I'm talking to her and I explained to her, without being as politically correct as possible, is I don't think the woman understood what I was saying to her.
Yeah.
And then she starts to say, yeah, but you've been symptomatic for 3 days. I said, what? She goes, yeah, I have it written down that you've had aches for 3 days. I said, no, I was not feeling good on Monday.
Yeah.
I've been good Tuesday. I've been good Wednesday. And I was told to get an exam. Yeah. I have not been symptomatic. And she's like, you haven't? She said, well, this is what is documented. I said, well, then it's documented incorrectly.
Exactly.
And I feel like now I'm being penalized for something I didn't do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I called to give I'm gonna say where I work at, to give you guys the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
just to let you know this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna come to work, but I'm going through it. So if I come to work and I'm like this, I don't want to be put into a place where I'm in trouble. So what should I do? And that's why you guys were called. But now it's to the point where it's becoming egregious. Like you guys are like penalizing me, and I'm not sick, and I'm perfectly fine. I don't have a fever. I don't have a cough. The aches are gone. I didn't even have an ache, but from when and she's like, oh, I'm like, I mean, it's not acceptable. So then I've been in my job for, I don't know, 15 years, 16 years. I started name dropping. I know who runs that department.
Yeah.
So I started name dropping, and she's like, oh, that person is not here. She's on vacation. I said, well, I need to speak to some kind of management because this is not acceptable. I'm telling you, I'm not, and I'm not going to put anybody at harm.
Yeah.
Now, just to give you a little bit of history, I used to work for that department. I used to run the department. I was the manager for that department for many years. I think 6 years. So I know how things roll.
So that gets even more like.
So I'm like, I know what you guys are doing. Like,
Yeah.
what you're doing is all right, I think what they're doing is they're just penalizing people because people are using COVID as an excuse to not come to work.
Correct. I was just going to say.
So they're saying,
yeah.
oh, you got a headache?
Yeah.
All right, then go stay home and use your time.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm assuming some people do that, but that wasn't the case for me.
Exactly.
So I name dropped, and I said, listen, you have to contact her some way. Or I'm going to contact her, and I don't know how good it's going to be for you. So she says, no need to threat. I said, I wasn't threatening. I'm just saying I'm going to do it because I had to come back to work. Unlike everyone else, I'm one of one in my department. Yeah. Like, there's other people in my department, but no one does what I do. So if I miss a substantial amount of time, if I know I'm going to miss that time, I'm doing work ahead of time.
Yep.
If I'm
when you go back, it's piled up.
Yeah,
exactly.
but that's why if I know I'm going on vacation, I got everything already ahead of time work, so I've done work forward. When I'm sick or it's not scheduled, I got to make all that up. So we're talking about, 20, 30 hours of work that I got to make up. Nobody's going to do that for me. So I'm explaining this to her. So I'm going to call you back. So eventually she called me back. She says, all right, well, good news. You're cleared. You can come back to work. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Now, the moral of the story is it's crazy because so I go back to work and they tell me, I look at the email and there's a special code for when you have a COVID. And with that code, the city pays for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I was told I can't use that code.
What? Because you're not positive, basically.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So, all right.
Now hold on. I think so.
So I have to use
in
my
essence, though.
I have to use
You
my
being honest is what got you screwed. If you would have just been like, yo, I got back pain. I can't get out of bed.
If I would have just told my boy, listen, I don't feel good. I got diarrhea. I'm not
yeah,
coming
exactly.
in. Fine. But honest, I was being
that's
honest.
the real moral of the
That's what I'm
story.
saying.
Lie.
Frank White said that.
That's the real moral
I
of
said
the
that.
story,
I did not say
bro.
that. But
No, because look, you got penalized. You got penalized for being honest,
yeah,
bro.
but the thing is this though. Everybody's afraid of exposures, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I was thinking.
But that wasn't the case.
No,
That's not a case of exposure.
But just because I think out of the box, right? I'm thinking this. Let's say this happens to me now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would ever do this, but if I was someone else, this happens to me now, and let's say I don't have sick time, I don't have vacation time. So I know that you're gonna penalize me. I said, okay, you know what? I'm symptomatic.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Still gonna go
I'm
in.
going to work.
Yep.
Because you're gonna screw me out of money.
Yep.
I'm going to work.
I agree 100% what you're saying.
And the thing is that ethically they're wrong, but from a financial point of view, you're not gonna pay me. I'm gonna go to work.
That's the damn if you do, damn if you don't argument. Right?
Double-edged sword.
Because exactly. Because I think about that all the time too. You know for a fact that there's gonna be people that are going to abuse the situation, and those people make it bad for the people that actually have to go through this.
And the sad thing about it is, it's like that in every facet of life.
Course. Yeah.
Like with the
Yeah.
Me Too movement,
Yeah.
with different movements, some of these.
Don't get me started on that.
I know, you know, Me Too, but we're not
No,
trying to
but
get kicked
so
off.
hold on.
With the cancel culture, right? Like even with
kids,
that, you
kids
can't.
cannot be kids anymore. Like I watched a episode, and one of the kids were like, I'll get canceled," and it was like the kid probably was like a 5th grader. All right, so think about that. You know what I was doing when I was in the 5th grade? You think I cared about getting canceled when I was in the 5th grade? I probably would have got arrested for some of the things I did when I like.
Yeah, I know.
Like kids can't be kids anymore now because of the nonsense that all these adults are putting on everyone.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Did we talk about the baby being canceled last week? I don't remember.
No, we didn't talk about.
Okay, so
that,
I want to get into that right now. We're probably 2 or 3 weeks behind, but I want to get into that because Styles P was on the Breakfast Club and he made a good statement about that. So,
did you watch the performance?
I did. I didn't watch the performance, but I watched what he said.
So forget what he said. I watched the whole performance, and it's not so much the performance, more so the fact that he's being an asshole on purpose. Okay? You know, Megan literally just came off that stage. You followed Megan. You purposely bring out Tory Lanez. So it was like, it was targeted. Like he was being an asshole.
Well,
on
I don't
purpose.
know if he was being an asshole on purpose.
Yeah,
so
no.
I'm gonna. Okay,
he was. You got to watch the whole
I
performance.
know the visual might be like.
You got to watch the whole
But I
performance.
think
I'm telling you.
no, because the visual might be like that because when this goes back. I guess this story behind that is bigger than that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about the cancel culture. I guess since you did that, let's talk about it. The baby always supported Tory Lanez, not through that situation, but just the fact that that's my boy. We do music together.
And we did music together.
Megan came out and went off on him on Twitter a while back. Like pretty much, why you know what happened to you? Support this dude. I want nothing or whatever. He then apologizes, but he got a lot of backlash for it.
Now,
I'm just saying, and this goes back with the. All right, Isaac.
did he apologize though?
He did apologize.
Nah, that was like a Twitter rant. That wasn't really like.
But I'm just saying,
the apology was sus. That was the problem too.
I mean, let's be very honest.
Listen, somebody like I hate that people have to apologize for everything.
It's not even that. The fact that I know you, right, and you do something that's foul.
Yeah.
Or it's damn. What he was been accused for is more than foul. That's nuts what he did. But I've known you longer than that. So now I can't talk to you, and if I talk to you, I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know if the baby and Tory Lanez goes as far as you and I go back, but you know what I mean. Like we were, and then I can't be cool with you no more.
I don't. You think that was the case though? I don't think that was the case.
I don't know. And then the fact that the baby. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but sometimes people think they're bigger than what they really are.
That was him. You didn't watch the performance?
Yeah, I know. So
he kept saying, "I'm the best. I'm gonna put on the best performance." Or
yeah.
He was saying a line that even
he was tooting his own horn. He was bigging himself up.
Yeah, I watched that whole stage and I was like,
"Did you hear
bro,
what Styles P said something about it?" And I think it's brilliant what he said. He said, before you want to cancel somebody, why don't you check on their mental status? This guy was just selling. If he was, because you know,
I agree
you
with.
come from the streets, right?
Yes.
You know, I don't know the baby's background. His music, he makes it seem like he probably was doing some illegal stuff prior to the rap game. So you come from.
Isn't that like a checklist thing? Like, don't you have to like?
I know, but you know,
you have to have to be a rapper. You have to pass
to be
a certain checklist.
To be a rapper, you have to assume that identity, but I don't mean you have to do it.
No, I know,
but
that's on the checklist.
And I'm sorry, when you come from an environment of streets,
drugs, misogyny.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you come from that environment and you in the street, it's shunned upon to be. I'm sorry, to be homosexual when you're in that environment.
In the era when we were growing up in the 90s,
no, but
I could probably agree with that. I think
I'm just saying.
I think that started changing in the 2000s.
No, but still, like these young kids that are doing whatever they're doing in the street, they're gonna be judged differently, and that's shunned upon. I've seen it with the young kids, and I'm not mean young kids. I mean those kids that are doing like trapping and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that they don't kind of go hand in hand. And I'm not going against the community or like don't come after me. But so this kid, I'm just saying. So what Styles was alluding to.
Lil Nas X can't make a drill song.
Not drill song. I don't know if Lil Nas X came from selling drugs and shooting people.
No,
and doing that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I was just laughing because I'm trying to envision a track
but
that he would.
Yeah, you're trying to. I'm not even. You're trying to cancel him. Maybe speak to him, educate him, get him some counseling, because he may have PTSD from being in the street and doing all that. That's what Styles P was saying. Before you cancel this kid, he's just been famous 2 years, 3 years.
Do you think it's a street thing, or do you think it's just like? Because I'm thinking about all the incidences that I've witnessed growing up, right? And I'm not talking about recently. I'm talking about like in the 90s and in the 80s, and that was like, it was like you had to go to church. You know what I mean? Like, he needs Jesus. He or she needs Jesus in their life.
Again, this is just a way of the way you were taught, and the world is changing.
Younger.
I understand, but
he's still from the hood. He's still from the hood.
And I'm not saying the hood. I'm not saying the hood is shunning the LGBTQ community.
But
then
we're not being real about that.
But
if you go, depending on most of the hoods where you go to, like that is the reality.
I'm sorry, and we may get in trouble for this, but in the hood, if you call somebody a fag or something like that, that's a derogatory term to somebody in the neighborhood. But if you say that right now, like what we're talking right now, and I say that's insensitive. Like you should be, and I know that because I'm more in tune to the world. But these kids are not.
It was everyday vernacular growing up.
Yeah, exactly. And these
everyday vernacular.
And when we said it, like sometimes we said it as a joke. But when you really got into it and you call somebody the F word, the F bomb, and you dropped it on them, it was to be derogatory.
Yeah.
But now, in hindsight, well, not in hindsight, but now being an adult now and being educated and knowing the world more, we know that that's not appropriate behavior. Yeah. Now, the baby goes and makes this rant and says whatever he says. Maybe he needs to be educated properly. And I know him being in the industry, there's probably that he had to be around people that are part of that community.
I don't know, not necessarily.
And I'm not gonna stereotype and say things, but you have in the fashion people that are dressing.
I would argue
people that are doing your makeup.
I would argue. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you spend like
maybe executives. I'm not saying you spend time with them, but you see it, so you should have some kind of.
Well, how about this? One would hope that a label that is spending millions of dollars
gets you that help.
Educate.
But this is what I'm saying.
Will educate their artists.
But this is what I'm saying. So he's being canceled
instead of counsel.
Oh my God, you killed it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Instead of counsel.
I don't even know what to put. There you go. Killed it. I'm gonna drop a bomb on that.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
In that sense,
instead of that's we should put a shirt on there.
No. I'm not. I've heard that before.
Instead of cancel,
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Counsel.
Yeah.
Counsel. Like sometimes these. And he is a kid. He's in his 20s. Well, they don't know any better.
This is how you got to look at it. And this is why I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Just because they're a celebrity does not make them inhuman, right? They're
That's
humans.
not true.
No, but we
dehumanize
yes,
everybody.
But that's my point. Because if you look at a student and if anybody has kids and their kids got in trouble for saying something inappropriate in school, they don't get canceled.
Yeah, but the thing is
they get spoken to, and you get a meeting,
Yes.
and you get a chance
Yeah.
for growth.
But you know what it is? That, and I'm sorry, they can say however you want. That's the real world. But when you're dealing with celebrities and you're dealing with the public eye, that's a persona, and that's all bullshit. So you say something, it affects one person. That one person has some kind of power, and now you're done. So this is what I mean. In general, right? What he said was a very immature thing to say, and including where he said it. You said it in a platform where multiple people are going to see it, and you're going to put it out there. I don't know if he was high or drunk, and I'm not giving him an excuse, but it's like now he's being canceled. Everybody, they're canceling his concerts. They're taking away his money. They're hurting his pockets. They're hurting his family's pockets but nobody's here like saying, you know what? Let's see where that problem came from so that we could alleviate it.
But we know where that comes from. Yo, hold on, Josh. All right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I've joked around and tried like different things. I made a tie-dye BOGO, right? I made
By the way, that was dope.
I made a Bushwick.
That was dope.
I made a Bushwick dad hat, right? And I used the 1980 something Macintosh logo. Remember the old Macintosh logo, the Apple?
Yeah.
It had different colors on it.
Yeah.
Pastel colors. Okay. This is around the time where I was spending a lot of time around that, and I was like, yo, you know what? I wanted to take it and make the logo with different colors.
Yeah.
Immediately, people, that's the response that I got to the hat.
Dude.
And the response that I get to anything that I put
I got
multiple colors on.
I got a similar.
And that's people.
But this is what I mean
in
about
our neighborhood.
But this is about education. I had a Moschino shirt, right? And Moschino was doing this. I don't know what season it was, but they were doing things that had the peace sign. The peace logo was also supposed to represent that community in some capacity.
But even when it doesn't, is what I'm trying to
this
say.
what I'm
People still
no
have a reaction.
No. But from what my understanding, I don't know if Moschino was doing it for that. I just like the shirt, and I wore it, and somebody came up to me like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? You part of it." And that is nice. This,
but
yo, you part of that?
But hold on.
And I'm like,
first of all,
it's my shirt.
Listen to the phrase, "Yo, you're part of that," as if
no.
as if you have to be a part of it. You can't just support
not even
it,
that.
Or
they didn't say that. I don't want to say what they told me.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was not that eloquent. It was a lot more vulgar. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? This shirt is. Blah, and then I gotta explain something to them. But I'm saying this is the ignorance in our community.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. It still exists now.
For sure. But this is what I'm saying about this gentleman. Granted, he has a way bigger audience. He has a way bigger following than any of us. So it's not that he has to know better. He didn't know better.
Okay.
And he should be educated to know better so that the act doesn't repeat itself.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. And I think that's what Styles P was saying.
But that's the case with most celebrities. What I'm trying to tell you is this is something that is like almost, it starts at a young age. So you're talking about years. Like that's a process. That doesn't just happen overnight, which is why I say the reaction that everyone always has about being quick to cancel is just dumb. It's stupid.
I think they try
it's
to cancel.
stupid. Should they be reprimanded? Yes.
Yeah, but
should they be enlightened? Yes.
But this is what I'm
saying. Should they be
saying.
somewhat punished?
Yeah.
Yes. Should they lose everything that they worked hard for? No.
I think we should leave it at that. I think that's you pretty much said exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I'm like, I get it. I understand that, people need to be reprimanded and actions need to be, taken. But to take away somebody's whole body of work for being uneducated, clearly.
Just for you, the way you hurt somebody the most, especially somebody that has a family, their pockets. You're not allowing this guy to make money because he said something that was offensive to you. I don't know if that's appropriate behavior, but who am I to talk? But that's the truth. So it's not appropriate for him to say these words, but it's appropriate for you to take money out of his pocket.
That's the part that bothers me.
I think it's double standard. But either way, let's move on. I don't know if we could get right into this, but since we're talking about some kind of sexuality, it was just announced that I believe November 1st, OnlyFans would no longer allow sexual content on their site.
Wow.
So now I read further into it. You can still take nude pics.
Hold up. Let's clap that up right now.
You can still
Let's clap that up.
you can still
Ladies, feel free. Feel free, ladies.
You can still show TNA.
Josh too. Feel free. I know you got that OnlyFans page. Josh.
Let me chill. You gotta go to the website that gives you the free OnlyFans page. I gotta talk to
Josh
you about
be in
that.
his scrubs.
Allegedly.
He be in his scrubs like this.
Allegedly. I got a website that gives you all the passcodes to
That's old news, bro.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So it's gonna get very interesting because now, which I don't. I think OnlyFans just made.
Hold on. First of all, OnlyFans.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
They made 1.5 billion of it.
Thank you. Listen, let's talk about. They pulled a silicone silicone pimp.
You gotta understand.
That was the most pimpest
the thoughts
thing
behind,
I've ever
the
seen.
thoughts behind that. Okay, so
I know what the thoughts are.
So the only
are they giving anything to the females that they raped and took all that money from?
What happens is this. So whenever you have something like OnlyFans where people are going to be paying, it's like a credit card. The people that do OnlyFans, they want their money as soon as possible. So OnlyFans as a business has to have money ready, like a bank of money to give to the person doing OnlyFans before the money actually comes in. So layman's terms, Frank White is watching some woman. He sends $20 to her. OnlyFans,
not just any woman.
Any woman.
No,
bad. Or maybe a man. I don't know. This guy's kinky.
Hey.
Wow.
So he sends it. If Frank White uses a credit card, or instead of a debit card, credit card, the credit cards the money doesn't go directly. So OnlyFans has an account that sends you your money directly. You get it. But OnlyFans has to have that money in the bank. So what happens is the banks that are backing up OnlyFans, they're the ones pushing this. They're the ones saying we don't want pornography, we don't want anything. So OnlyFans, in order to keep their company afloat and have these banks happy, they said I would taking it off. So my thing is this: OnlyFans just made it easier for you to have a website. So instead of having a website and getting somebody to make you a website, you have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But all these people that are having sex on OnlyFans, make yourself a freaking website.
Well, no. How about first of all,
and then and then it's funny.
No,
you pay somebody to make
hold
your
on.
website.
But think about first of all, only the elite make any real money on OnlyFans.
I don't believe that's true.
I believe that's true.
I'm sorry. The porn stars that are making their own private pages. Come on, the porn stars. People
No.
Money,
You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm talking about the number of people
that are making
it clap and doing all this, right?
Yeah. They're not
the number of people versus the actual number of people making money.
When you say making money, you mean real money, millions.
I'm talking about enough to quit your job money. Like, think about it. What is the point of you doing all that if you can't quit your job?
But most of those women are, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, that's what I say. You gotta be. A lot of these women are actually everyday women, which is crazy.
And they do that as a side hustle.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you could make fucking $5-10 grand a month doing that.
But if you can make $10 grand a month, you don't need to work. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Those accounts are far and few between. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, either way, people are saying that. Well, that's why I gave the reason that
we can't post none of it up.
Yeah,
but I see some wild photos that I was like, yo, bro. Yeah. Clean your room before you put they got dirty laundry hanging in the back. Like, what are you doing? Clean your house before you go and get a ring light and make it pop on camera. Clean your house. Go check if your kids' pampers are clean.
There was something before OnlyFans that you could go on, like for if you were an X-rated star and you could go on. It was like live. What's an OnlyFans?
Pornhub?
Pornhub is actually a website. I don't know. This is my pervert side, but we just.
I'm like I of something else before OnlyFans. Not that I'm aware of. OnlyFans is like just became like the Apple of porn.
Yeah. And listen, you know what? To be honest, this might end up being a temporary thing. Get a quick fix, lose some money, show the banks that we lost this amount of money, and then go back.
I honestly think it's a classier look for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because when it first started, it was mostly like IG models.
But this is like retarded. Hold on, this is what was that real famous girl that was taking regular pictures, and then she said, "Follow my OnlyFans to get the nudes or whatever." It was somebody that did it, and then you followed an OnlyFans, and she was covering herself like this, and people went insane, and she made like $1 million in one day. Forgot her name, and
well, it worked. That's my whole point.
But then OnlyFans came on and said, "Yo, you can't do that. You're false advertising. You say you was gonna put nudes."
Come on, son.
No, but but I'm just saying, you go from that to now. You know, it's too much sexuality. It's inappropriate to take it off.
I think it's because people started wilding. They started having like all kind of like wild-ish on their page. I think that's all it was. Like, it got too out of hand. Because if you think about it, when it started, the nudes, it was all cute. It was not a problem. You see a explicit thing here. Maybe somebody catching some sloppy toppy. But all of a sudden, you got orgies going on and all kind of wild-ish, and then OnlyFans was like, yo, this is getting out of hand. Well, actually, OnlyFans, they cared because they was cashing the checks.
Bella Thorne. Her name was Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne is the one that, and then everybody went, then after that, they were like, no, this is insane.
She made $1 million in a day.
Yeah, in one day.
I'm about to make my booty clap right now.
No, the thing is that this is what happened. This is what happened. I think, was it Bella? I may have the wrong person. But I think what happened was she said,
I can use this backdrop. Let's go. Let's go. I need that. I need just make it clap. I need that drop.
I'm going to move on. Either way. You
gotta relax.
You guys that are having sex on OnlyFans, find another platform to have sex. There's a shit ton of
Actually,
platforms.
no. Well, we're looking for guests. So if you have an OnlyFans and you're upset about this, please let us know. We'll have you on the show.
No more of that for him. No more Palo Viejo for this guy. No more.
Oh man.
Moving on. In great news.
Wow.
In great news, the late great diva herself, Aaliyah, her catalog is finally available for streams.
Oh yeah, we can clap that up. We can clap that up.
I think that's fantastic.
Clap that up.
You know how many times I was looking for Rock the Boat?
It was a money issue. It was a money issue, definitely.
Now, her
Forget
mom,
about Rock the Boat. I had a super crush. 1 in a Million.
You
That
told
album,
me.
I thought she was.
We had a whole episode about you.
I thought she was talking to me.
You had a whole episode of talking about how you loved Aaliyah.
I still do, baby. That's baby girl.
You know, I got an inside story. Her mom, my kid's mother. I'm about to get, I guess, my kid's mother's mother. So my kid's grandmother. She used to clean Aaliyah's mother's condo.
Wow.
And she said Aaliyah's mother was like a really nice woman, but she was extremely hurt years later, like devastated. Like she would randomly cry.
Of course, that's a child.
I'm just
like,
saying.
Aaliyah was a child.
No, I mean, I would do the same thing too, but she was like, she really, and she had a bunch of theories about it. I'm not gonna talk about it 'cause I don't remember exactly what it was, but she had confidence in her.
I think every time I think about it, it's depressing. But then I also think about, because I'm old enough to remember Star and Buck, and
that was terrible.
They were wild
with the helicopter.
Yeah, they were wild. No, not the helicopter. The plane crash. Yo, bro. Yeah. I didn't hear it, but I heard about it because it was all over.
And that's why that Jay-Z showed his power, because supposedly Jay-Z's the one that got him off of the air.
Immediately.
He got him kicked off over the air. And I think Star talked about it later on. Star has his own podcast.
I mean, but he's got to know he was bugging. That
I don't know exactly what
that was probably the first cancel.
Yeah.
No, he was probably the
Charlamagne was canceled before that too, because he said some slick shit.
Before.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wait. No, that was a long time ago, bro. You bugging.
Wendy Williams.
That was probably the first original cancel.
Wendy Williams came after him. Yeah. Yep. Either way.
We got to research that. We got to make a list of the history of cancels.
If you don't have Aaliyah's catalog, now you can go to Apple Music or all your streaming,
If you never listened to the album 1 in a Million, you're going to get hit with the...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And for all you young kids out there, listen to it, please. All these artists now...
It's crazy because the person that wrote it is about to go to jail for the rest of his life.
That's all right. I don't care. We ain't talking about him. Listen to her voice and how she sings it.
All right. We talked about probably the most important stuff that's going on right now in our culture. So let's get into what the show is. Our main gist of the show. Of course, this jerk wanted to bring it up early and hurt my feelings. Yankees and the Mets. So
no, this is not the main. Like,
That's all right.
I thought it was a good idea
No.
that we were both
That-
on
that's about-
opposite
that-
ends of the
that's what.
spectrum.
All right, that's what started the show. That's
Okay,
what put
I'll
the
give
show.
you
That's
that.
what made us
I'll
want to
give you
even
that.
start the show.
I'll give you that.
The
yes.
fact that we both like different teams from New York, but we don't hate on the other team, but we like to make fun of the other team. So right now, the jokes can start happening for Isaac, even though he should give me a pass. Because when the Yankees was
I
playing like
am
shit,
giving you a pass.
when the Yankees
I
playing like
haven't
shit,
done-
I didn't go in.
I have not went in, Josh. You can't
Well,
say that
if
I
you
went
haven't-
in.
if you haven't-
I haven't went in.
With injuries from Gleyber Torres, Luke Voigt, and multiple others, the Yankees have the best record after the All-Star break.
For
Clap it
now.
up.
For now.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
For now.
You guys,
They get lucky.
you guys are the first wild card team right now, right?
Right now,
first wild
they're in the first for the
Probably-
wild
probably
card.
beat-
But I would
Are you
love.
guys? You probably beating up on Minnesota right now,
I
right?
want to catch. Yeah, they was up 4-0. I don't know what
You
happened
guys
after
beat up
that.
on Minnesota. Minnesota's good. And Minnesota's terrible right now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm assuming.
I'm hoping that we can actually steal the division.
Oh my God! Well, yeah, beating up. You guys are up 8-2 in the seventh.
I'm hoping that we can steal the division. That's
It's
really
gonna be
what
tough
I
because
wanna
Tampa Bay's
do. I
still
wanna
playing
steal the
solid.
division. I don't.
Red
care.
Sox went down.
Oh,
I told
sorry,
you.
Somebody said Red Sox. What? Hold on. What?
Oh my God! You mean swept Sox, right?
Oh
Swept
my
Sox.
God. They're
That felt
horrible.
good. That felt good. Right.
It did feel good. I'm not gonna lie though. I like. To me, the Red Sox are still like until we like spank them in the playoffs. It's like
Now,
I'm hoping that we go to Citi Field and whip y'all ass. That's
are we
what I'm
buying these
hoping.
fucking tickets?
Um,
Or we waiting until that day of like you told me? We got to buy the tickets. I'm on. Do we need
I
to be
forgot
there?
about that. We gotta check because I don't even know what the date is. What is the date?
It's sometime in September. It's
Okay.
coming up.
Okay, all right.
I think about maybe like.
As long as it's not September 4th. It's not that weekend.
No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna. We both.
Okay.
You have the DJ, and I'm
That's
gonna
what
be.
I'm saying.
I think it might be the week after.
Oh no! It's not because I know somebody's going to
No,
the Baltimore game.
It might be the week after.
Okay.
Well, I gotta get into the juicy stuff. Fuck it. Pause. Luke Voigt
Yes.
went off.
He didn't go off.
He went off, dude.
He didn't go off. He rightfully.
And he said,
he
he
rightfully-
specifically said,
he deserved
Rizzo.
to play.
No, he specifically said Rizzo. He said, I understand we got Rizzo to play first base to hold my spot while I'm hurt. But
Whoa.
did you hear the interview? Really? He went,
Wow.
Then he said, and I'm paraphrasing.
That I didn't hear.
Then he
I
says,
knew he said I
then he
deserve
says,
to play. And
I
agree
deserve
with
to
that.
play.
Yeah.
When I play, when I'm healthy, I'm one of the best power hitters in the game. Last year, I led the league in home runs, and I expect to have my spot back.
Listen, I love Luke Voigt, but let's not get crazy. I feel like the Yankees definitely got to steal with him. I feel like they got to steal with Gio.
But they traded for Luke Voigt.
But-
He's a Cardinal.
Rizzo is everyday first baseman. Let's not get out of our mind, Luke. I love Luke.
Listen, I'm sorry. Luke may, at this point in his career, may be a better hitter than Rizzo. Maybe. But he damn sure ain't a better defender.
He's not.
Did you
that's
see
my
that
point.
scoop the other day?
That's my point. His defense is so bad that sometimes it actually hurts. So while his bat is good, it's not elite,
I'm not
and it
gonna lie.
doesn't make up for the bad glove.
I'm not gonna lie.
And that's why I'm trying to tell you.
I think he should have took a shot at Stanton. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, but
because there's no reason.
different positions.
No, because there's no reason. There is a reason because the Yankees are terrified. There's no reason Stanton shouldn't be playing left field.
Well,
You don't got anybody at left.
No, there is a reason.
Who's that left?
It's the money, bro. How much money? How much money are they paying? Are you crazy?
Dude,
Come on.
I'll tell you this much.
That's a lot of money. They're paying him $30 million.
It's a lot.
I think it's like
It's
28
a lot.
something
Yeah,
crazy.
he's getting crazy.
So you're not putting
It's-
him on the bench with that money?
No, not bench. At left. Gallo could play center. Gallo could play any
Oh
outfield
no,
position.
absolutely.
So you put him, you put Gallo at center, you put this guy right.
I don't want to go backwards, but Aaliyah's catalog in a versus awesome. Unfortunately,
She doesn't have enough.
no, but she's got to be here
Yeah,
to
yeah,
perform
yeah,
the verses. Like we saw DMX crush it in the verses.
Hold on, let me read the comments. He said the general and OnlyFans.
Yo, I told you that's. I told you that's. Yo,
Yo, Benny
Yo.
Man, yo, you die.
we gonna make that page. We gonna make that page. We gonna make that page.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the cameraman.
I'm not gonna go backwards. I don't think you should ever do an OnlyFans. I mean, OnlyFans. Should be OnlyFans with Leah. Oh my God. Look at this right here. Yeah, she's. we moved on from it, but just to digress really quick.
Yeah.
She's not here to perform.
That's what I'm saying.
OnlyFans
You can't.
is-
The way Versus works, you have to like perform
And
your
I
song.
think Timbaland didn't play a lot of her songs when he did the verses out of respect that she wants.
Of course.
So all right.
No. I also and so it's not only respect. It's also that.
Yeah.
The same reason that she wasn't streaming. It was a money issue.
Yeah.
There was nobody wanted to agree on what should be allowed. That's pettiness. I don't even want to get into that.
Yo, that's Jonathan. Yo, Jay, what up? We passed that. Let's the baseball thing. Stanton is not a bad outfield. We had this conversation, dude. He should be in the outfield, man. You're not moving Judge. We already agreed. Judge is.
But he's made of glass. That's the problem.
You put him in the outfield. You put Voit at DH with Rizzo. You have firepower. Take your chances. This dude is hurt no matter what. You might as well put him on. You paid him $37 million.
Well, no, that's why he's been playing in the outfield. And you notice he's responded well to it. He's actually been hitting
This
the
is
ball.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. It works.
All right.
I understand why they don't. Voit can DH, but the problem with that is that the Yankees lineup is so that the DH is actually used to give guys partial rest. So you give Gary Sanchez, you want his bat in the lineup, but you don't want him to catch Gary DH.
I understand that, but and that's the smart move to do.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
DH.
So they rotate that DH as like a sort of like an off day, but it's not an off day. But Voit in the playoffs, that's probably going to be the case. He's probably going to DH.
And Voigt's injury history, he shouldn't be playing every day either. So he should be an everyday player.
I think there's a couple of guys that are made of glass on the Yankees right now, which is why it's pleasantly surprising to see so many guys fighting for playing time.
Yeah, and that's a good problem to have.
Yes.
Let's get into the juicy stuff. The bum ass orange and blue Mets. Oh my God, why do you guys do this to me, man? Yo, I started playing the show like when we started winning. We were in first place. I got back into the show. I updated my rosters.
Yo, it was all good
about
20 days ago, bro.
Yeah, about a month ago. And the thing is that we were expected to not play well against the elite teams, the Giants and the Dodgers. I was expecting this. If we got a 13 games, I was expecting us to go like maybe 5-8 or something like that. I was expecting 4 and something whip our ass. But we were losing to the Pirates. We lost 3 out of 4 to the Marlins. You guys swept the Marlins. We swept the Nats. But we were losing to teams we were supposed to beat. Yeah. If we would have done that, we would have had enough wiggle room in the front so that now we take these losses, we're in there. Now we're like 4 or 5 games behind.
Well, you also got to think about the amazing run that your starting pitching was on, and that completely went off the cliff.
That's not true. Our pitching has still been solid. We couldn't hit a basketball right now.
Oh no, yeah, but the pitching was so good that it was covering up for the lack of hitting.
And then they get one big hit and then they win the game. That was the Mets the whole year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then we lose. I just found out. I read an article today that the Mets were in. They knew that the ground was going to be done for the year.
Yeah,
and it still hasn't come out, but the ground's done for the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Mets knew it. The Mets were in talks with the Cubs to get Chris Bryant, Javi Baez, 2 pitchers. The pitcher we got, which is I think Trevor Williams, and another pitcher. I don't know if it was Kimbrel or somebody else. We were to give up 2 prospects. I think 2 prospects. And a starting pitcher, 2 prospects, a pitching prospect, and then one of our players that we have long term. I believe it was going to be Dom Smith.
So I'm going to say
no. So we were going to do this, right?
Yeah.
The reason they didn't pull the trigger is because
they knew the
ground was done. So they figured the ground's going down, our season is over. So they made the move. The move was actually an optics move. They got Baez for optics.
That's so stupid.
They needed a third baseman.
I get it.
JD was terrible. And now Rojas, the managers, came on and said, Baez is not even playing fucking third base. They're not putting him at third. They put him at second. They're moving McNeil. And McNeil has throwing problems.
Wow, that's going to be
So
awesome.
you got an elite, even though Baez said prior to being traded that he would want to play second base with Lindor.
Yeah.
That's what he wants
Yeah,
to
of course.
do.
That's
long term.
Up the middle, that's a ridiculous. Because if you think about it, if you keep shifting, you could cover third.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But remember, McNeil has a good glove. It's the throwing that is issues.
Maybe he could toss it to
Lindor. No, he throw it. Yeah. I get it. You're trying to make Baez happy, I think, or do what's best for the team.
No. That is what's best for the team. Up the middle. Any good baseball team is strong up the middle.
But McNeil's a good second baseman.
But he's not better than Baez, bro.
Clearly
Come
not.
on.
But he's solid enough where you can keep him at second and put that elite glove on third is where we'll be struggling.
Baez, I get what you're saying, but Lindor and Baez up the middle is the way to go.
And this leads me.
You can play. They had Todd Frazier at third.
And this leads me to my next thing to say, which I've said on like 4 or 5 shows already. All right? I'm going to say it again because the shit got me stressed out. Excuse my language.
Yo, hold up. That's blasphemy.
Okay.
Stanton is not overrated. He's overpaid.
Yeah.
He's not overrated.
Hold
He's
on,
overpaid.
hold on. Let's just. I want to talk about the numbers. The team leader in
No.
batting average for the Mets.
You got to introduce.
Hold on. No.
You got to explain what's going on right now.
Okay.
You feel.
The Mets.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have this issue if the Mets would have traded for Nolan Arenado when they had a chance. They would have had Nolan Arenado and Lindor. Nolan Arenado is having a Nolan Arenado year. Granted, his average is not that high, but you expected that leaving Coors Field. But the power in the glove is there. So right now, leading our team in just batting average, home runs, and RBIs is Pete Alonso. 251, 26, 69 home runs and RBIs. Nolan Arenado, 261, 25 home runs, 78 RBIs. Nolan Arenado would have been leading in almost every category offensively besides home runs, because Alonso got 1 more home run than him. Having another Gold Glove season, playing on a shitty Cardinals team, and the Mets didn't want to trade for him, and they gave away a bag of peanuts to get him. He would have solved most of our problems hitting. Not to mention, he has nobody hitting behind him in St. Louis, putting up these type of numbers. He would have had Lindor or Alonso or somebody hitting behind him, and he would have helped out the team with that glove. But nobody wanted to pull the trigger. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about this trade for the next at least another year or 2. You just said it. You want it up the middle. Pause. You could have had traded Baez for Crow or whatever his name is, which was a nobody. Still got him, and you would have had Arenado, Lindor, Baez, and Alonso as your infield for the home stretch at the last month of the season.
I
don't want to talk. I just can't with the Mets. I just can't. I'm just leaving that alone. But then you want to trade and give away prospects to get Bryant for 1 year, get Baez for 1 year, and lose Dom Smith and a bunch of prospects. That's what you got. That was what you guys doing. Or you wanted to pay Bauer $40 million, and Bauer's not even playing because he wants to choke women out and thinks that it's fun to have what is it, S&M. And that brings us right to the next topic. Trevor Bauer.
Ooh, if they would have brought Trevor Bauer in, I
wouldn't have been surprised. The Mets collapsed like always.
No. But look, right? Losing DeGrom and then losing Bauer to this nonsense.
But we didn't get anybody else besides Bauer because we already had paid for Lindor. So we got Bauer for nothing. We just wasted money. Look, what the Mets do. Cano's at home scratching his butt. We get his $50 million for the next 2 years because we decided we didn't want to use him in that trade for Arenado. But either way, let's get into the Trevor Bauer thing. You wanted to talk about it. So Trevor Bauer wins the hearing, right? But lost. Can you explain, sir?
So he won.
By the way, he's out. He's probably gonna be out for the year.
The woman was trying to get the restraining order for life, basically, or extended.
But he can just stay away from her.
But that's the thing. So he had to prove that he was not a danger to her, which he did prove. But in doing so many details have come out about this that there's just no way to, like, I mean,
but
it's just bad. It's
bad. But again, it's bad. Again,
it's bad. Now, I feel that they're both wrong. Because I feel she, like, was previously abused, goes back, right?
But and at the same time, again, I don't want to sound out of pocket or anything like that. We're talking about people that are entertaining and condoning and doing S&M things.
No.
So-
This is beyond. That's what I'm trying to tell
Well,
you.
how is
It's
it beyond? What do you know is beyond? We're not in that community. I don't know
you're
what's
right.
beyond
I'm
that.
not, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're looking at it from a...
But I never seen
look-
anybody
exactly.
beat through a bloody pole.
Dude, you're looking at it from a normalcy point of view, right?
Yeah.
For us, this is sort of this is insanity, right? The most we know about S&M is watching Grey's. What is it? Grey? What the fuck? That 50 Shades of whatever. The most horrible thing in the world that women love. That crap. No, that crap.
Oh man,
Watching that.
that's a movie though.
Watching that and thinking that we know about S&M, we don't. We don't know how long what they take it to. So again, I'm not saying that he was wrong or right, but how can you be judgmental if you're not in that community? Now, if you act in that community and you do all that type of stuff, then you know what's the limits and what's not the limits. But the Trevor Bauer case, Trevor, but he's still getting paid, right?
So he's still getting paid.
Yeah,
That's the crazy
he's on
thing.
vacation.
There's reports that his teammates didn't really like him. So yeah, so I feel like because he won, which is it's good for him that he won because she did say some things that were untrue and she got caught in a couple of lies. But they're both crazy.
And he didn't win.
They're both crazy.
He didn't completely win. It's not
They're both
completely over.
crazy. He has not come up.
I think she's gonna come with some money. He's gonna pay something.
I don't know. I don't know because then he could countersue for defamation because she did get caught out lying. Yeah, probably got dubbed. No, you're still on. Mine's got.
All right,
Mine
well,
got yeeted.
either way, that's some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let's move on. Did you see the Draymond and KD interview?
Yes.
I did not see it, but I saw snippets of it, and I just want to talk about one snippet in particular. And I guess that was the 800-pound elephant in the room. It's not elephant, it was gorilla, monkey. Well, anyway, the monkey in the room. They were talking about when
I think it's the elephant in the room.
Elephant, right? When
Yeah.
they called Draymond, when Draymond called him a bitch or whatever,
Yes.
because they were going at it, and then Draymond told him, "Dude, we had the championship before you. We did this before you," when they were on the floor. That it was heard all around, and people said that KD left. That was the first part of KD leaving that little conversation, that little snippet. So they addressed it, and Draymond says, that the organization wanted him to apologize.
Rightfully so.
And he was like, "I'll speak to K. I don't think I was wrong, and you're not going to make me apologize."
Yeah.
And they kept on. The next day they came. They told me, he said, "I am not going to apologize." So he ends up speaking to KD.
That was from his point of view. KD says
KD said
he didn't like the way that they handled it.
There you go. He said he didn't like the way they handled it.
Yeah.
He said the reason he went to Golden State was because of the camaraderie, and he felt like
He said his time there, everything was run a certain way.
Yeah.
And those type of things.
this didn't feel like family.
Those type of things were aired out, cleared out, and there was no. You didn't leave things to fester, basically, right?
I think I'm sorry, and I'm gonna steal somebody's thoughts. But when they said it, this was my exact thought. Who is the face of Golden State?
Oh, Steph Curry, without a doubt.
When Scottie Pippen did what he did with the Bulls, he was the face. So it's different to come after the face, and the whole team went after him.
Yeah.
Right? Why didn't you go into the game? Why didn't you go? And we're talking about, if you watch The Last Dance, Scottie Pippen, the year Mike was out, he didn't want to come into the game for Tony Kukoc to shoot the shot. I don't know if Tony Kukoc hits the shot, whatever, but Scottie was pretty upset. After the game, all the team went to him, including Phil, saying, "You can't do that. We're a team, blah, blah." But Scottie was the face of the franchise at that time, so you can understand from both points of view. Now, Durant clearly was probably the best player on the team, but Steph is the best player. Not the best player. Steph is the face of that franchise, right?
Yes.
It's just like when LeBron was the best player in Miami, D-Wade is the face of the franchise. And it's not to the magnitude that Steph is.
I get what you're saying.
No, but I'm
he's
just
still just a player.
So Stephen A. said, where was Steph in this time? I did the same thing. Where was Steph? Where was Clay? These two went through that. Why, when you get into the locker room, like, yo, what's going on, man? Come on, we don't need this. And you don't. Everybody went with the status quo like nothing happened. And you're the face of the franchise. You're supposed to be the glue guy that keeps things together. And when guys don't do that, this is when shit like this happens.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I also think, to KD's point, why would you pivot after running your organization and team a particular way?
And I'm not gonna lie.
And I understand what he's talking about, because I've been fortunate to work in that environment, and that's an awesome environment.
Yeah.
And I actually had
it makes your job easier.
I had an enlightening experience because I offended somebody, and I didn't know that I offended them. And when it was brought to my attention, I felt terrible because I was actually just like pointing out like he had dope shoes on. But he took it. He actually like got offended by that. So it's just sometimes you just never know. But because I was in that environment, somebody brought it to my attention, and I knew, okay, I'm gonna address this now. So I feel like that's what KD's referring to. Like everybody knew what happened, and everybody wanted to just act like it didn't exist.
Now, I'm calling BS on this. I think KD knew he was going to leave no matter what. I think KD had to know that he got his championships. He wanted to play where it's a collective team effort rather than 2 or 3 stars trying to do it themselves. I think he did that, and then he said, all right, now I'm going to go get one by myself. Or get one where I'm the clear face.
You think before that moment he knew?
I think he was gone that year.
I don't know. Because think about it. If they win a championship if they don't get hurt.
It don't matter. But the injury
was... That's a 3-peat, too.
No, but the injury wasn't what happened. It was that situation. Am I talking about? Oh, I wasn't even talking about
yeah.
It was that situation. So I'm going to say I think he was leaving no matter what, because based on legacy, you know, if he stays with Golden State those years, and I know he won't ever admit to this, but if he stays with them, he'll never be considered one of the greatest. He'll be one of the greatest, but he won't be considered in that upper echelon, you know? They're going to say, oh, he was... And even now, he went to Brooklyn, he brought Kyrie, and then they get all these other players. Now, granted, he went there... You can't say he went there by himself, because him and Kyrie went together. But he went to build over there. The fact that they got Harden and all these other guys, that wasn't him. That was a great GM move. But what else did they talk about on there? Do you have any other thing?
That was the two like main things. That was the two main things. Like their point of views on how they took it, and I mean, I just want to commend them for doing that on air too, because that's dope.
That shows that they really are cool.
Yeah. I mean, well, you win a championship together, like it shouldn't be. And I also think when you get to see how if you don't talk about things, like they got to see.
But I think Draymond was one of the big reasons that KD went over there. I think he made a phone call. Somebody spoke to KD to come. He was one of his biggest recruiters.
Okay.
All right. That goes back. That goes back to whenever they did that. Moving on.
So this one thing that I didn't put up there, and I'm hoping I can find it.
Well, we'll get into it.
Because we usually do discuss Karens. But I thought it was crazy that this time the Karen was not of the white ethnicity.
Well, when you find it, we'll get into it before we. But let's finish the sporting stuff.
The Karen is not of the white ethnicity, and I was like, wow.
All right. In more basketball news, a couple more sports topics, and then we'll get right into the other everything that's going on. LeBron James gets pissed because they did a poll. The NBA execs did a poll, and for the best player in the league, I think it was KD followed by Giannis, maybe some other players, but LeBron didn't get one vote for best player in the league.
Yeah,
that's some bullshit. But that's not even the Karen. But I know that story. What do you think? Do you think LeBron deserved getting best player in the league nod?
I feel like as long as LeBron's playing, he should be considered one of the best players.
At least top 3 or 4.
Yeah, because there's no doubt about it that like he can turn it on when he needs to turn it on.
When he was healthy last year, in the beginning of the season, he was on his way to an MVP season. When they were in the playoffs, and before Anthony Davis went down, they looked like they was on their way to win a championship again.
I understand why he feels slighted, but he also has to understand that people see that Bron that carried a very doo-doo Cavs team to the finals, and that LeBron is just not there anymore. So in his head, he feels like he's still that LeBron, but he's not.
Listen,
He's not. He's still one of the best players in the league, but he's not the best player in the league. I think you have to, like KD showed that.
and I think LeBron. I'm sorry, man. LeBron, he's great. He's probably a top 2 or 3 player that I've ever seen play.
Yes,
I'm not gonna
but right now in his 100th season,
yeah, but he's still a top 5 player.
yes,
Oh, there's a
top 5.
Doubt there's a top 5 player.
Yes,
I will say this about LeBron.
but he's mad because he didn't get a vote.
LeBron.
I'm curious if his own GM was one of those votes.
No GM. He didn't get 1 vote.
That's what I'm saying. Was it all GM? Because that means
Every GM.
the Lakers.
Yes,
his own GM didn't even vote
correct.
for him.
Wow.
I will say
That's
this.
crazy.
I'm echoing Barkley. Barkley says LeBron can never be the best player in the league. Never be not the league, best player ever. When I was talking about ever, I switched up.
Stop looking at my juice box.
I gotta look at your juice box. I gotta look at your temperament. Once that changes, I know the juice box is finished. Barkley says LeBron can never be considered the best. Barkley said he's not even better than Kobe because all of LeBron's teams were stacked.
Yo,
Dude,
first of
I'm
all,
not gonna agree with him. I believe LeBron is better than Kobe. But from what Barkley was saying,
Barkley says things for the shock value.
I
understand.
No, I think he believes that.
If he does believe it, then he's a moron. He's a moron. We all watch this man carry,
Dude, hold on.
many times in the playoffs.
Think about it. You're talking about
All those Cavs teams were crap,
the beginning.
Besides Kyrie.
The beginning teams.
Bro,
Every Miami team was stacked. After that, every Cavs team was stacked. He went to the Lakers. His first year Laker team was stacked. Last year's team, when did you play with a bum team,
if you don't want to
bro?
put him ahead of Kobe, I can respect and understand that.
Okay, I'm not agreeing with him. I'm putting him ahead of Kobe.
You putting him ahead of Kobe?
I am.
Not in my book, but I get what you're saying.
But Barkley said,
I get what you're saying. For me,
his teams are stacked, dude.
For me, the reason I won't put him ahead of Kobe or MJ ever is the killer instinct. That killer instinct what I loved most about that Bulls documentary or that MJ documentary was that all these young kids who LeBron got to see what a real killer instinct looks like.
Hold on, we digress. We'll go to the next topic after this. No, the best part about that whole documentary, right? What was that called? The MJ documentary?
I forgot, but it's irrelevant.
Was when Gary Payton said, "Yeah, I should have just guarded him from the beginning. I would have locked him down." And Mike just started laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked at it. He just started laughing.
Like, get out of here!
Like,
it's only a 10-person vote, so I'm gonna assume that that the Lakers GM was not one of those votes because. I mean, how do you not you can't be the GM of the Lakers and not think that LeBron
Joel
is the best.
Ramirez, I don't know who's Joel Ramirez. That's Joel?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. He's saying that LeBron can never be better than Kobe.
Yeah. But he's a Kobe meat rider, so I get that.
Yeah, we can't be having that kind of vulgar language, sir. All right, let's get off of basketball.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you heard. Actually, you've heard, but I don't know if they heard. In 2006, there was a killing of the University of Miami football player Brian Pata.
Hold on, wait.
It was never.
Yeah.
It was.
You could do that.
It was never found what happened to Pata.
What year was this?
This was 2006.
This is back in the day. This is the Hurricanes were on there ish.
Pata was shot to death outside his apartment in Kendall, Florida. He was walking from his car towards the apartment building when he was shot in the back of the head. He was a senior defensive lineman for the Hurricanes and was definitely on his way to the NFL.
Oh, absolutely on his way to the NFL. That was
it was ruled a homicide, and no one knew what happened. Yesterday, the police arrested 35-year-old Rashawn Jones, who at the time was a teammate of Pata's. Jones was dating Pata's girlfriend.
Yeah, I gotta.
And was identified as a suspect, was later let go. The story detailed multiple allegations between Jones and Pata. The story also revealed that Jones skipped a team meeting in the hours after the shooting and changed his cell number the day of the shooting. 14 years now. The
I believe the school had a part to do in covering that up. Now,
so this is. All right. Jones denied having any involvement with Patter's death.
Yep.
This is, and I quote, he wrote, for 14 years now, the Patter's death has followed. ESPN story. ESPN wrote, for 14 years now, the Patter's death has followed Jones. Police looked into other crimes and incidents in which Jones was listed as being involved, and they interviewed his former high school classmates, friends, and former girlfriend. Jones insists he didn't kill Patter. In 2 brief conversations with ESPN, Jones said he knows police and even some of his ex-teammates suspect him, and it doesn't bother him.
I'm curious to see like if they have enough evidence to convict him. But
he wrote, it happened 12 years ago, and what happened 12 years ago happened 12 years ago. It got nothing to do with me. I didn't do it.
Now,
well, I want to see when this comes out to court if this is really.
I got this online.
So they arrested him, but
this is off of Twitter. Somebody found this online, which I thought was
please disregard
crazy.
the N word.
Yeah, obviously. But I thought it was crazy because he's like, what is in his head right there? If he's guilty, what is in his head right there? Like, you looking down at the dude that you killed.
I can tell you what's in his head right there. I hope I get away with it.
I mean, he feels like he got away with it right there.
Well,
he did feel like he got away with it right there.
The fact that he was dating his girlfriend, I hope this wasn't a domestic violence crime where, you guys are in love with the same girl and then you murder somebody for a female or for, men murdering men for women, women murdering women for men. If
we're going down that road, then we gotta go.
We're gonna get into that.
I need the. Well,
I sent it to you. I sent it to you.
Right,
I think we should end the show with that. That's gonna be a big topic. Oh, later on. Let's finish with the sports. Well, either way, Jones, if you did it, it's gonna come out. We'll follow it and talk about it later on.
Just that look, man. That look is crazy. Like,
but you know what? But you can't. Social media is it's a mother effer.
I know, but it's crazy because listen, man, it'd be the ones on your team, bro.
And they'd be the ones closest to you to be able to get that close.
Bro.
All right, well, do we have a laugh here? Because I just want to laugh. Tim Tebow!
Oh, yes.
Has officially been cut for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
If you didn't see his first preseason game, he looked absolutely terrible. Couldn't catch a block. He was often found tripping on the floor.
Oh, I get a congratulations. I played myself. I need that video.
It's pretty bad. He looked absolutely lost. He looked absolutely terrible.
I need this.
And father figure, what is this guy's name? The coach from Jacksonville.
From Ohio State or Urban Meyer. Right?
Urban Meyer, the father figure he was, had to do what fathers do, spanked him and kick him out the house. He's terrible. He should not be in the NFL.
I mean, I feel like
all the chances
if you knew that he didn't really have a chance. It was like, come on, man.
Ice, all the chances he got. Hopefully, Ice can pull up the footage of how terrible.
Just at least this block. At least this block.
And that's the one everybody's talking about.
Yeah. Just at least.
Yo, but
block,
you know what
man.
though? In his defense, he did the job. He got the room. He bumped the guy off. But he looked like
did he bump the guy off?
Yeah, no power.
Before we
dude.
I gotta bring it before we go into. I have to bring it up because did he really bump the guy off?
I mean, it looked like he had no oomph behind that. That's Crack's man too, right there. He love him some Tim Tebow.
Oh my goodness! I gotta make sure I get.
He's a Gator fan and a Bronco fan, and he loves that dude. So I mean, listen, man, you haven't seen it. Tim Tebow, go do something else, bro. Maybe he should get an OnlyFans or something. You got 2 months to do it. Like, do something, brother, because it's not working.
Let me see which one is it. Oh, here it goes.
It's not working for you, kid. It's not working.
No, did it go to full screen?
I don't know. I don't even think it's showing on our page.
No. I know, but I think it's at full screen. Let's see.
Technical difficulties. Yo, shut up, bro. Yo, Crack wrote Tim Tebow's going back to baseball now. He's gonna help your Mets. Screw that. They chop out.
I could, yeah, I know.
Little tease. Yeah, too bad. We can't see it. Oh, I'm making a sound.
We can.
Don't worry about it. I'll edit the show. I'll put it on there. I'll put on the whole video so we can see it. Either way, what do you think Tim Tebow should do now? Maybe go back to analyst?
Yeah. He was a college. Oh, I'm sorry. He was a college game day analyst before this.
Yeah, so maybe he should just go back to that. Guys, sorry about that video. Check it out. If you look up just Tim Tebow blocking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's hilarious.
I'll give that to myself. It happens. We're getting the hang of this. All right, it's a new setup.
That video.
All right, it's a new setup.
Bad idea.
Well, the other listen, if I put another one up, it'll work. But
No, I don't want to talk about Tim Tebow.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Let's move on from Tim Tebow. What do you think? So the analyst, right?
Well,
OnlyFans? I think you should do OnlyFans. The guy's cut. Oh, we need to have that one. That's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. We got to go into that one though. At least.
Nah, we're gonna. All right.
She was wilding. We need.
Do you really want to? Do you really want to talk about this Travis Kelce, or we'll just wait till next week?
I can throw that up quickly too, because that's funny too. As brothers of the beard community.
All right, listen.
Brothers of the beard community.
Travis Kelce recently shaved off his beard, getting a bunch of backlash for it.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
So when I got in here, and I quote.
No.
I quote, Isaac wrote to me.
I did not. You see, don't play yourself, bro.
He said the left picture was she calls me daddy too. The right picture was, damn, I gotta go home to by 9, sir.
I did not write that.
I
did not write that. A very funny Twitter account wrote that.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
A very funny Twitter account
Isaac
wrote
thinks
that.
that Travis Kelce is a zaddy, and I don't like.
No,
bro, I mean.
Clearly, first
clearly what?
First of all,
clearly
where they got the photo from was I think Vanity Fair.
No. Clearly what? Well, you finish your thought.
I'm trying to tell you.
All right, what?
It's night and day of a difference.
What's the difference?
Now, don't make me go pull your photo up, because then we'll really see.
So are you saying that the left,
as a brother of the bearded community,
the left is hot stuff, the right is not? That's what you're saying?
Well, the left is Vanity Fair worthy. The right looks like he should have been on the Water Boy.
Clean it up.
Bunyet.
Clean it up, all right? Clean it up. Yeah, so we're bringing this up because it's funny because I would show Isaac pictures of me.
On the left is Travis, on the right is Bubba. Come on, bro.
I was as a member of the beard gang, this is a form of my makeup. If I take this beard off, I look terrible, and it's definitely gonna be
bad idea.
I've done it before. I look younger, but yeah. Not right now. Not with this pandemic. Wait. All right. Once I get back in the gym, I can shave that beard off, but not right now. Not with this double chin. Not with this double chin.
Come on, son.
Nah, I'm good. All right, moving on.
Hey, I can show a good photo of without a beard.
I mean, you probably could. You got the light eyes. It's probably gonna come out better than you. But I look terrible. You saw me, but I got a dimple.
That's like, yo, listen, for the cap wearing community. Like some people look good with a cap, some people look good without a cap.
I'm not taking off my hat. My hairline is woo.
But clearly, Travis shaving that beard. You better let that shit go back quick. No. Yes. He gotta go to the barber and get that spray on shit that make it come back quicker. Travis.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah. Travis, do not shave the beard again, brother. Bad idea.
All right, we got a couple more things we want to talk about. I guess you put this on our list. I didn't hear too much about it. But Kendrick Lamar breaks his silence about new album.
Yes, that was new. That was today.
He's leaving TDE. So he said he has one more album obligated to TDE.
Is it TDE his label?
No, TDE is Top Dog. Top Dog Entertainment. Top Dog is a person.
Okay. All right. I thought that was his label. I didn't even heard of that shit to Kendrick.
Well, he put up.
Is there another artist on Top
J Rock?
We gotta look that up.
They got J Rock.
Okay.
They got Schoolboy Q.
Okay, now that is an artist I've heard of. Okay.
I think they got SZA.
J Rock, I heard one
SZA.
song. Oh, SZA. Okay, all right.
There's another guy with the crazy purple.
So
lips.
Top Dog is clearly top of the class when it comes to stupidity. Because how do you let Kendrick? How do you?
Well, I don't know
lose
if
your
you.
best-
I don't know if you lose him. You did something that he didn't appreciate. But all these guys want to go independent. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not only that too. It's,
Cole
it's,
left
it's
Hov.
another situation with the baby and like.
But Cole left Hove. Like you want to go make your own money. Why I gotta pay
did
you
he
money?
really leave? I don't think he left. He
left-
He
he
left
left-
from being under Hov.
Yeah.
But he's still.
The management, but I'm saying as a he's no longer Rockefeller or whatever. I don't even know. Maybe I misspoke. I don't. So why does he want to leave TDE? I don't know.
That is. I mean, it just came out today, so there's a lot to unpack.
But
There.
I know he said he's doing one more album and he's
Yeah.
out. He's leaving them. But I
Yeah.
don't.
And it's crazy because I've always wondered, like, as somebody as amazingly talented as Kendrick, like, you should hear more music often. Like, we hear from Cole.
That's not true.
Way more than we hear from Kendrick.
That I'll give you that. But we don't hear a lot from Cole either, bro. They go on.
What are you talking about? You get an album or at least every couple of years from Cole. I think what's the last album? Damn, that was it.
Damn.
And Damn was a long time ago.
Damn. Drop another.
Exactly. Damn, drop another album.
I didn't like to pimp a butterfly.
I mean, like, if you didn't like it, I understand, but at least it's something.
Like
Good
Good Kid, Mad City was a great album.
Yeah.
Section 80 was great, and this last album, Damn is a classic. I didn't like to Pimp My Butterfly. I don't know. I gotta hear it again.
That was the one where one of the singles was "I Got a Bone to Pick." It had a couple of good tracks on it. I understand. It was more like a political album than anything.
I just didn't the cover was dope. All right. Let's talk about the Crown Heights shooting. I sent you the video. Do you have it uploaded?
Yes. Let me.
So there was a Crown Heights shooting. A young lady. Anybody that lives in Brooklyn knows about it.
Hold up. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There was a young lady that she walks up to another young lady on the block. We were supposed to talk about it last week. We didn't get a chance to bring it up, and pretty much executes her. This one you may have to do full screen. Because the way it's chopped up. Pretty much executes the young lady.
Wait, how the hell did you send me this? I feel like I didn't get it.
And then she walks up to her, comes out of her car, shoots the young lady in the head, and then walks back to her car. I wish you could get the video. If not,
No. I definitely have it. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up right now.
So today I read the backstory on it. And it appears that allegedly, from what the backstory says.
Oh, it's not MP4.
All right, so forget about it. Let me see if I can get a picture. We'll take a screenshot of it. Can you take a screenshot of it?
No, because then that makes it a .mov. I need .mp4. Oh, actually, I could just pull it up. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Nah, let's.
No. I'll find it. Where was the shooting?
Crown Heights. Crown Heights shooting. It's Crown Heights shooting. Oh, female shooter, I guess. That's it right there. The very first one.
Which one?
No, that's not it.
Yeah, that's
That's another shooting at Crown Heights. Now I go back. Oh man, I hate. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. Where's that?
Yeah, no, that was my fault.
You don't have the Curb My Enthusiasm music.
No, you can't. We'll get a copyright strike.
What
for
was
that.
the shit you said when you were in the elevator music?
Uh,
Worry about that. Let me do this.
no, I took it out. I took it out. My bad. No, we're not gonna be able to.
Alright, so leave it alone. Anyway,
You get the film for this one.
Nah,
You gotta send me the right files.
Alright, anyway,
send me the right files.
I'm gonna edit the video. When I edit the video, I'll put it up on Instagram.
Yeah.
So the woman from Crown Heights shoots her. So everybody was like, "Oh my God, why would she execute her? This girl's a gangster and everything." So the backstory behind that is that the young lady, the victim, supposedly, allegedly, I've been trying to find it. I found an article on it, but I can't find it in any newspaper. So it might be some BS. But allegedly, the lady that was assassinated set up the shooter's kid's father. And during that setup, they accidentally, instead of shooting the kid's father, they shot the woman's daughter. So upon shooting the woman's daughter, the daughter was supposedly in critical condition and in a coma actually. And because of his reasons, this woman went up to her, and I can send you a picture of the woman if you want, and assassinated her.
I mean, but the video just speaks volumes because when I saw the video, but before you even gave me the context, when I first saw the video,
It looks personal.
yeah, like, bro, for somebody to just come out, just calmly jump out the whip, and just bam, like. That's definitely personal. Like, I was like, the immediate thought was, I was like, what the hell did that person
Not
do?
to mention, they were friends, supposedly. So, I mean, of course, it would make sense because nobody moved when she came out the car. So, clearly, nobody's moving. This woman's walking very slowly. They probably knew who it was.
Yeah.
Now, if what is alleged to be true, that this woman set up the other woman's kid's father, and unfortunately the little girl got severely injured, then I'm sorry, man, but I'm gonna clap it up for the woman for retaliation.
It's still wild though, man.
Yeah, listen, man. As a parent, I mean, I don't know if I'm capable of doing something like that, but when something like that happens, you're not thinking, dude.
Yeah, you're not thinking right. Clearly, you're not
Imagine
thinking right. But
I can see myself. I can see her coming out the hospital and driving there straight from the hospital. Like, I'm going to kill this person.
But we can't act like I don't want to say it's justified, but now that you know the backstory, like I would argue it's justified.
Recently, it came out that a man in jail killed the rapist of his sister, and he's doing life in jail, something like that now. Like, some things are justified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so if this story comes out to be really true, and it's
if
not,
it's true,
and allegations
if
are
it's true, to me, it's justified.
Then, dude, yeah, like you don't. Ooh.
Oh.
I think we might have a video.
Hold on.
It took a lot longer than we thought.
Hey, listen.
But it's
man,
all right.
I'm getting the hang of it. All right.
Listen, it don't matter. I look at the setup, guys.
I'm getting the hang of it. It's little by little.
This guy makes beautiful T-shirts in the day and engineers at night. Then has a 9-to-5 job with a teenage son. I mean, come on, this guy is clapping up for Frank White. Are you crazy? There's no complaints over here, bro.
Yo, this is wild though. Like, just looking at it, like, it's wild. Yo.
We're gonna move on.
It's wild.
We're gonna move on. All right. So the last two topics I want to talk about. The first one is, I put on my on my IG page, I said that even though I believe, we're gonna still try to get this video, or we're gonna.
Let me see.
All right, I'm just gonna make one more attempt to show the video.
I'm working on it.
One more attempt to show the video.
I'm working on it. Let's see if it shows the right. No, that's not the right one.
That's baseball. You got
That's
the
not
right
the right
one,
one.
baby. Yeah, I think we should give it up. Please, just give up.
How is it playing this one though? That's
Let's
crazy.
give it up. On my Instagram page, I said that the Batman trilogy, which was Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight. Listen, Sangano,
listening.
don't put the video. It's done. Now we go to the next topic. This guy got to prove something. Don't put.
Oh wait, I got it though.
Oh my God, Sangano, bro, guy's stubborn.
I got it.
There you go. Here's the
I got it,
video.
I got
All
it, I
right.
got it.
All right.
got
Yeah,
it.
you can, we're gonna play it now. Go ahead. There you go. So this is the woman in Crown Heights. She steps out the vehicle.
Calmly gets out the video.
Goes to the young lady. Pow! How you like me now? And then jumps back in her car. Now
that's wild.
That's pretty much the PG version.
Oh, that's definitely the PG version.
What
but
we have
still.
is much.
Still.
But we're gonna get copyrighted
That's wild.
CBS News.
Nah.
Either way, so you
no
got
audio and
you got the story. You got the story behind it.
Yeah.
Ready? Pow! Again.
Yo.
Insane. If that woman is indeed guilty of getting her daughter shot, and I don't know if anybody deserves to lose their life, but the repercussions.
I don't know, bro.
Eye for an eye.
If you put out a hit, and the person you put out a hit, their child ends up in critical condition.
Yo, hold on. There was a song about that. Wasn't that a Biggie song? Somebody got to die. Turned around. He was holding his daughter. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm over the story.
It happens, man.
Clap it up for Isaac for finally getting the video done.
If Josh gives me the proper tools, I'll be able to do this. What do we need, Josh? Wait, what file format do we need?
MP4 now.
Thank you.
No. All right, fine.
Thank you.
I don't even know how to look for the file format, but I mean, I guess he's gonna teach me that too. He's like, "What file format?" Yeah, because I saw.
My God,
he said,
Josh is fine.
Josh, you're gonna send me the videos, right? Yeah.
You're a liar.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna send me the videos. He's sending me the raw format.
All right, so
he screen records on his phone, and then y'all send you the video. That's not the right format.
Well, DC and Marvel have been going at each other since before my time, before I was born. But in the movie universe, the MCU has been better than the DC comics. The only one that could actually stand up to the Marvel universe, and I don't even think Marvel could even deal with them before Iron Man, was Batman. Before the Batman with what's his name, Michael Keaton. Those were like the best comic movies, right? Then you get Blade, and you get all these Marvel movies that were great. But now with the MCU as it is, with the first movie being Iron Man, and then you have that whole 15 movies or so that's fantastic, right? This was my argument on Instagram. I believe, and I'm not talking about cinematography or talking about
I'll give you that
how it looks.
I'm
not
give you
saying
that
because Marvel got that shit hand down. But when you're talking about a story that was written, just the story was written.
Okay, I see where you're going.
So I'm looking at what's a better movie, like a movie that has substance that you're gonna be like, it's fantastic, right? Now, if I'm just looking at aesthetically pleasing, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is dope the way it looks, the graphic. Marvel has been kicking their ass for years. But when you look at these 4 movies, I'm gonna say 3 of which is like a cheat code because I think it's probably arguably, if not the best trilogy, it's got to be top 3 or 4, maybe top 5. Let's give it that.
I'm gonna
disagree with you. The Batman trilogy. Batman Begins with, and we're gonna say that. Let's just say the Batman trilogy. The Batman that Christian Bale did.
Of course.
So that's the trilogy.
But
so Batman Begins.
No.
Dark Knight.
No. Dark Knight. Yes.
No. Batman Begins.
Yes, I know.
Dark
I know
Knight,
the trilogy.
And Dark Knight Rises.
Batman Begins.
Nah, Batman Begins was dope. I watched it the other day. I was like, I didn't realize how good it was.
No, it was good.
It was good. It was dope.
It was good.
The story was great. Like
it was good.
So in the Batman.
The Dark Knight is one of the greatest movies.
Forget about comic movies.
Yeah.
One of the greatest performances.
Yes. No, everything.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything.
The performance was so good by Heath Ledger, rest in peace, Heath Ledger, for the Joker, that people didn't see. They didn't even give a chance to the performance that was done for Bane. That performance was
that
awesome.
was great. Awesome.
But because Joker was so great, and even Two-Face in Dark Knight, the way he did it. Either way, so those 3 movies, right?
I think out of those 3 movies, you could eliminate 2 of them easily.
That trilogy.
The Dark Knight stands on its own.
Dark Knight stands on against any movie in the history of movies.
Yes, that's my point.
But I'm just saying,
especially when it comes to.
But I'm just talking about in comic movies.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I could be wrong. My opinion, this is just me. The best 2 Marvel movies, I think, was Winter Soldier and not Endgame, the one before Endgame.
Age of Ultron, I think.
No, the one with the.
Oh no, I think Endgame was 2 parts, wasn't it?
No, Endgame was the second one. The one for Infinity Wars.
Okay.
So Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
And Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
My opinion.
I agree with that.
And I think Ragnarok was dope too with Thor. But I don't know. It was.
I think
it was
Civil
more funny.
War was
Civil War was
great
hot too. But I don't know if Civil War was like when you watch Winter Soldier, you didn't even. If it didn't feel like you were watching a Marvel movie.
Yeah, you're right.
You were watching a dope action movie that was intense from the beginning. So those are my 2 personally favorite Marvel movies.
Black Panther
was dope too.
Exactly.
Black Panther was another dope movie. But I think Black Panther. I don't want to say the wrong things, but I think it was because it was only a black movie. People really overhyped it. They said it was better than Color Purple.
No, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
That's stupidity. I'm not talking about that.
I'm just saying.
That's idiotic. Black Panther on its own.
Was
no matter what.
Dope movie.
Yes.
And Michael B. Jordan needs to get
credit.
That's what I'm
saying.
He killed that shit.
You got two amazing actors.
But Michael B. Jordan, he killed that movie. All right, but
And even the supporting cast,
but
the guards,
but
like
all right.
everybody,
Okay.
that's what
All
I'm saying.
right.
I think
I'm
you're not giving Black
okay,
credit
no,
enough.
I'm not giving credit.
Black Panther enough credit. That
I'm sorry, Justice League Snyder's cut.
okay.
There's nothing
Yeah.
in that movie, dude.
I get you. I understand. But that's not the real cut.
No, that was the original movie.
That's not the real cut.
No, that's the original
That's
movie.
not what was released in
That
the
was the
theaters,
original
my
movie.
man.
Nah, you get the yeah, you full of shit. Get the fuck.
No.
You full of shit.
No.
you get you full of
No.
shit.
That's
You're full of crap.
That's a
You're
retread,
full
bro.
of crap.
That's
You're
a
full of crap.
retread.
You're full of crap. The
Yo,
Batman-
Joel, I agree with you. Lego Batman is definitely better. That's what I'm trying to tell him. DC's whack.
Nah.
Their Lego movies are better.
Nah, Batman crazy. Hey, if you want to get technical, that Into the Spider-Verse is probably one of the best Marvel movies that came out.
Yes. Thank you. See, now you're
But
speaking.
that's cartoons, though.
Now you're
But you wanna get
speaking.
into it. Now that Spider-Verse movie was fire.
Yes.
I was.
But that's why I think it's not even close.
But if you
I
wanna
get
get-
what you're
hold on,
saying.
you know what?
DC
Have you ever
has
watched
some
the-
movies
have
that
you ever
are
watched
amazing.
have you ever watched the DC cartoon movies? Those Batmans?
You that's not your argument. Your argument with that the
yeah.
DC movies
No,
were better.
No, I said no, not they were better because Wonder Woman, Superman,
I agree with
Superman
that.
vs. Batman, Justice League, not Snyder's cut, Wonder Woman Part 2. The only one they got is Aquaman. All of them suck. I'm just saying those movies, the movies I said,
Yeah.
those 4 movies, right? And I'm not
Two.
I'll give you. All right,
Two movies.
2 movies.
2 movies.
Is that you know what it is? When I see because Infinity War and Endgame was one movie because it was a continuation. I know it was 2 movies. It was really, but it was 5-hour movie, right? If you watch both of them back to back, it's a 5-hour movie. Maybe longer. I'm looking at the trilogy, and Ice. You know what? You know why? Maybe I watched. I mean, so I've had the luxury, and it makes me so happy. I had my kids the majority of this summer,
Okay.
so I've been watching movies damn near every day with them,
Okay.
and I showed them the original 4 Batmans, which was with Michael Keaton, and then they changed it to Val Kilmer, and
They
then,
actually sat through that?
yeah, they loved
I gotta
it.
commend them. Okay.
And I watched it, man. Those first 2 Batmans.
What they think about the Penguin?
Danny
Danny
the
DeVito.
Joker. They love the Joker.
Oh, nah, come
they
on.
love the Joker, and they love.
You talk about Jack
They
Nicholson?
love
That's
the
a classic.
It's crazy. Their
Yeah.
3 favorite villains. Catwoman, my daughter liked them, but the 3 favorite villains, not arguably, this is what they said, was Joker,
Okay.
Riddler,
Okay.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, really? The Riddler,
But,
yes.
yeah, but if you look at the actors that portrayed those characters,
yeah.
there's what's that?
I don't remember who played Poison Ivy. I
Poison
forgot.
Ivy, the one that Kill Bill.
Oh, okay.
Is it Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman, yeah. Okay.
She's a fantastic
Okay,
actress.
that's why. Yeah. Okay, that makes
So,
sense.
and
That makes
actually, my
sense.
kids, that's why you could tell their kids. They like Batman 4, Batman Forever with that was terrible.
so
which wasn't
horrible.
was terrible. But as a
With
adult-
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, with Mr. Freeze.
With Mr. Freeze.
With all those cheesy ass
oh
lines.
my God, it's horrible.
but-
Horrible. One of the
but
worst
they-
movies ever.
It was the worst Batman movie by far.
You
ever.
sat through that again?
No, I definitely did.
I pray
won't-
for you,
I won't
bro.
do it.
Why? Oh.
But the first 3, I will say, they were great. I think Two-Face was terrible. He was terrible.
Yeah.
And it comes from a phenomenal actor in Tommy Lee Jones. But it was just a terrible.
I think that's the way they wanted to
and then
portray it,
Val
though. It's
Kilmer
just
was
bad,
not
yeah.
Val Kilmer was
Yeah.
the worst.
Those
No,
Batman movies
George
were
Clooney,
hideous,
no, George
bro.
Clooney was the worst Batman. But Val Kilmer was not far behind. I will say this: Ben Affleck played a good Batman, and I thought he was going to be terrible.
He did.
So, all right, I was digressing. So, what we did
When you look at the list of Batmans,
Yeah.
he's not at the bottom.
no, I
And
think
that's what I'm saying.
he's number 3. I think Michael Keaton is the best Batman because he has. The
I don't
face
know.
for it. It's between him and Christian Bale.
I think Bale.
It's between both of them.
Yeah.
I think Bale when he changed his voice, that was
Yeah,
ill because
yeah.
everybody always thought, "How did they not gonna recognize your voice?"
Hey, I'm Batman.
It was hard.
I'm Batman.
So and then we watched Marvel movies. So we watched what is this? Black Widow, which I'm sorry, Black Widow was not. It was okay. It was.
I still haven't watched it. Don't ruin
yeah,
it for me. I know it's trash.
No.
I know it's trash.
It's not that it's trash. Again, and this is what I say about Marvel, and this is why Marvel is better than DC. It's not what like Marvel already they set the bar.
Yeah.
So now everything has to be Black Panther or it has to be Infinity Wars. Or it has to be where it's,
Yeah.
And if it's just a regular movie, it's like, Then you watch WandaVision, fantastically written. You watch
Loki was
awesome.
Loki was
the way they play with it.
Yep.
And even Captain America and Winter Soldier.
I still didn't watch WandaVision too. I gotta watch that. I'm playing myself.
WandaVision.
No.
You gotta get past the first 2 episodes, then it's dope.
Okay.
Then you watch Captain America and Winter Soldier. It's more of an action. It's only 6 episodes, but it gets to the point and it's well written. So Marvel as a whole is definitely better than DC. But my argument was just Batman movies and that Snyder cut.
Okay.
I can put those against
anything.
anything that Marvel commits.
Okay. That I agree.
That's
with.
what. So maybe
that I agree with. I thought no. You probably didn't. When you were talking, all I heard was DC is better than
hell
Marvel.
no.
And I'm like, bro, are you crazy?
I'm not gonna lie though. They kill Aquaman too. Did you see Aquaman?
No. So Aquaman. That's why when you gave it the doo-doo, I thought Aquaman was pretty good.
I didn't give Aquaman a doo-doo.
Wonder Woman. Like
the story
it wasn't good.
Terrible.
Wasn't
dude.
good. But it was watchable.
No,
all right?
it's not.
It was watchable.
Don't get me wrong.
And that's not a good thing. If you're saying a movie's watchable, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I think the DC movies are. I like Superman was okay. It was a little bit too long for me. Batman vs Superman was okay, but it's just what it is. The anticipation is so great, and it doesn't meet the anticipation. What makes Marvel great is Marvel meets the expectations.
Joel, you just have a crush on Scarlett Johansson, so that's.
It is, but the movie is dirt.
How is she in that movie? Is she as good?
Her sister's better. Her sister's the shit.
Okay.
It's gonna fall on her sister. This is dope. Like I said, Marvel meets the anticipation. DC does not, and DC gets you amped to see it. Like when Justice League was coming out, we was like, Justice League.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The number of versus the number of.
Yeah,
that's where Marvel has them.
But remember,
because Marvel has way more hits than
Marvel.
duds.
But the MCU doesn't make Spider-Man. The MCU doesn't make X-Men, right? Until recently.
Until recently, correct.
They just got X-Men, but they made
that Spider-Man with Tom. That's them. That's Marvel involved with Tom Holland.
The last one was good.
But both of them were good.
With
the
Mysterio?
one and the Spider-Man starting with Tom Holland. That any Spider, I think there's 2 of them. Good. Those were awesome. They had Marvel's input.
Okay, yeah. I didn't like the one.
Sony didn't want to give it up, but they're glad they did. And now I heard they're trying to push back on it now.
No, they didn't give it up. It's joint. It's a joint venture.
No, I know. Joint venture. Yeah. Allegedly. Joint venture. But we know.
You know it's terrible the fact that they gave up. Sony kept Venom.
Yeah, and they ruined that too.
Venom was okay, but it was like Venom should be more darker.
Listen, again, we need to get the movies out of Sony hands.
Does MCU have Deadpool? They don't have Deadpool.
Yes, they do. They do have Deadpool. I believe
Deadpool will be dope. Deadpool was good.
It's on Fox, but I believe they.
Actually,
no. You know what? I'm sorry. It's on Fox. Yeah.
But there might be another joint.
But Deadpool was hilarious.
Deadpool is very well. Deadpool's entertaining for an adult.
I didn't like the second one though.
All right.
I didn't like the second one. The first one was awesome.
Yeah. The second one was okay.
Second one was
no. The best part of the second one was when he got all the sidekicks and they all died. And then Gemini says, "I'm gonna rip you in half."
Like,
and then when they show his balls,
it
had its part. It had its
moments, but it was nowhere near as good as the first one.
All right. Well, we're gonna end the show.
The first one was so good, you could have dropped the mic and walk away.
It was that good. So over the top, you weren't expecting it to be.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what else was like that? Again, what else was like that? That you didn't expect it to be good. I don't care what no one said. Nobody said this shit is gonna be dope. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You watched that. You were like, I watch Ant-Man. The character that picked Ant-Man, he's a comedian. I watch, and then you watch. You're like, this shit is off the hook.
That kind of like leaning towards what I was talking about.
But this is the bar that Marvel has set for them.
Yeah.
That even in your worst expectations is dope. So yes,
I'll give you those couple of DC movies, but there's so many flops.
I just feel like the Batman as a whole.
Yeah, but first of all, that Dark Knight I've watched. I don't even remember how many times I watched that movie. I love that movie.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch Batman Begins or even Dark Knight Rises. I probably watched it once. So when I rewatched it again and watching the Batman Begins and watching it and now understanding what they were doing, it was like, it was okay. But then when 2 comes in, it's like, all right, I understand why 1 had to be like that. Because when Christian Nolan did it, it was supposed to be a 3-movie project. And
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. I said Chris Nolan. Christopher Nolan. I call him Chris. You call him Christopher, I call him Chris. Christopher Nolan did it.
I didn't know you guys were on such good terms.
That's my man. That's my man. All right, let's leave on some laughs.
Now, hold on. I want to apologize. I'm assuming you didn't watch it yet because I would have got cursed out by you. Dave, while amazingly funny in the first season, the second season
that little Dicky show
goes far left.
Yeah,
like
I'm definitely not watching.
And this touches back to the earlier like what we're raised with.
Have you been watching Titans?
And the fear of the homophobia and all that.
Hold on. I'm sorry. And
what he does, no, because this is
not
gonna be
doing all that
funny.
stuff.
No, hold on. This I'm kind of curious because I want you to watch it to see, like, the feelings that come up. Because when I watch it, I'm like, yo, bro, this is too much.
So you want me to watch it?
Yeah, no, but I want to know if I'm wrong for saying like, yo, bro, I think this is too much. Like,
bro, if you think it's too much,
I thought it was too much, bro. I was like, yo, bro, like the show is funny. It still is hilarious, but there's moments that make you want to like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
I'll pass.
Nah, it's funny though. There's some moments that you just bust out.
And by the way,
laughing.
have you watched Titans?
No.
Watch Titans.
What is that on? Is that on
Titans
Netflix
on
or
HBO Max now?
HBO Max? Okay.
It's the Teen Titans.
Okay.
Right? So you have Robin and whatever.
Okay.
But it's made for adults. It's rated R.
Okay.
So Robin is like a womanizer. Like it's okay. You have the Marvel shows, right? You like whatever shows you like.
Yeah.
Watch Titans, and then let's talk about DC versus Marvel. Because I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but that's again
Hold on.
the amount of hits versus the amount of flops.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
LeBron has been in the championship 100 times, right? And won whatever money. LeBron has been whatever. Mike has been there 6 times, and all 6 times he won.
It's apples and oranges.
No, so DC, they make DC's movies like their franchises. The Batman franchises is knocking everything out of Marvel.
MJ's better than Marvel.
MJ's better than everybody. Titans is off the hook though.
I'll watch that.
No, Titans. Remember I told you Snowfall was crazy. Titans is off.
I'm not telling you I'm gonna watch it.
Now I would say
you still gotta watch Lil Dicky show.
I'm definitely not gonna watch that. That doesn't even sound appropriate.
Exactly. Joel said Guardians of the Galaxies also. That is a great. Now the second one is
The
another
second
one that
one was garbage, bro.
The second one was garbage. First one classic.
I ain't gonna front. My
First
man
one
with
classic.
the whistle. I didn't want him to die. I'm not gonna lie.
First one
Hold
classic.
up. Did you see Suicide Squad 2?
No.
Way better than the first one.
Okay, thank God. The first one.
110 times better than that.
Oh, all right. Good.
All right, how about that?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it now.
Joel, you told us. Did you see Suicide Squad? Suicide Squad has no plot. The plot is completely garbage. You just watch, but the shit is so good. It's so entertaining. You cannot take your eyes off the TV. But
okay, finally they're learning. They're following the Marvel.
But the story is like the story is terrible.
It probably is,
dude. The bad guy is a big ass starfish.
It costs $250 to go to the movies these days. You want to be entertained.
It costs $40 to stay home.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
You rent the shit for 3 days. It's $30. Worse than Blockbuster. All right, Titans. Watch Titans. That's on the to-do list. I gotta watch.
I miss Blockbuster. Damn, you just brought me back. I remember driving up to Myrtle.
Blockbuster almost messed up my
driving up to Myrtle, go get the.
I signed up to like 3 different accounts. I can tell you away.
I used to miss walking around looking. You know you're not finding nothing, but you just keep walking around looking.
I want to get into some fuckery before we leave. The beautiful, elegant, bald-headed Amber Rose has come out and said that she caught 12 women already that has been sleeping with her man. She's tired of his cheating. If you don't know, his name is AE. I do not know what it stands for, but that is Tiger's best friend, a.k.a. his manager. And he's come out and said he can't fight his demons. Long story short, Amber Rose, as fine as she is, has been getting cheated on left and right by this yellow-haired gentleman. Now,
well, isn't that why she left Kanye too?
I'm just saying, you that fine, you talk so sexual, you do all this, but guys seem to always cheat on you or leave you or whatever. But my thing is this: why are you upset about him when you do an annual slut walk? Isn't it okay to be a slut?
No, that's not what that walk is about, Josh.
Okay, that walk,
that's not what that walk is about.
So what's the walk is about?
So The walk.
The walk is about people judging women for living their life
for
however
being
they want.
like free sexually, but
So exactly.
But it doesn't mean while they're in a relationship.
She didn't say that.
So you didn't read the fine print. You didn't read the fine print in the. Hold on. I'll tell you what though.
Yo, you wanted to do a walk, but you got a slut.
But he's in the news for cheating on Amber Rose with 12 different women. You know what he's thinking, right?
Price went up.
Yeah. He's thinking price went up. He knows his DM is about to be flooded right now. His
Tell him
DM.
to bring me my money.
Yeah. His DM is about to be flooded right now. So, I mean.
Amber Rose,
Yeah.
baby, you beautiful. If I was single, woo.
Yeah.
But you know what happens?
But that's karma.
This is what happens with women that tattoo
but it's
things on their
also
forehead.
It's also karma because I believe that she was messing with Wiz and while she was with Kanye and ended up dipping to go be with Wiz. So it's like crazy how it's pretty ironic, isn't it?
I'm curious that what are you gonna be talking about on your next
Yo, to be honest, I mean, I don't even remember hearing about her, so it's just good to see her back in the news. I'm like glad to know she's alive and well.
You know what's funny?
She been canceled ever since she got that tattoo on her forehead.
She's such a beautiful woman too. Not for nothing.
Was
You got to be beautiful to have a bald head. Yeah, she
was.
It looks like chicken scratch her head. But I would say this too. And I mean this. She just got approved for the slut walk for this year. She couldn't do it last year because of COVID reasons, right? Do not be surprised if these people were broken up for multiple months and nobody knew about it, or if she's doing this just to promote her next thing.
Oh, of
she
course.
was not hot.
Of course.
All of a sudden you come out, this guy cheated on you.
Of course.
She gets the support of the people. Her women fans, her male fans, her homosexual fans, her heterosexual fans. They all come in to support her.
Caitlyn fans, everybody.
Yeah. On that note, I don't even know if I want to say anything after that. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Whoever did,
You know,
his name is Frank.
once she
Fuck
said,
outta here.
once she came out and said that her DM was like, yeah. Everybody in the DM was like, yeah. They trying to holler. Oh man.
What up, Bushwick? What up, Brooklyn?
Tell him to bring me my money. Tell him to bring me my money.
You gotta have some balls on you to cheat on Amber Rose or cheat on Beyonce. Well, look at Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce. You gotta have some stones on you, bro. Oh man.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Pookie, what's good, baby?
Come on, son.
I'm a fun guy.
Millions of dollars and you can't stay off the weed.